Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I am waking up legendary here in my garage. I just had a baby, and more specifically, my wife gave birth to a child. Um, and I am going to be working from home here for the month of December. So you guys are going to see a lot of my very uh, basic garage setup here that I have. And that is where I'm at. So you can kind of see my little gym setup back there. We've got an extra fridge here, little kids table, nothing fancy. Sitting on a desk with a little lamp in front of me, just doing my thing. So hopefully that's a simple inspiration to all of you guys who think that you need all of this fancy stuff. I see all these people. There's even these kind of funny things nowadays that are going around to where they're rating your background and rating your Zoom room. Well, let me tell you something. Most of those people are broke, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I mean that so often we put so much importance on the beautification of the process and not enough importance on just getting the damn content out. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to do this obviously all the way through the month of December, finishing out 2020 strong. And we're going to then do the same exact thing in 2021, right? Same exact game plan. Why? Because the process that we do and the process that we teach works. When you understand how to build an audience, and you understand then how to put offers in front of that audience in a way that's not slimy or sleazy, but instead provides value and goodwill. And then you understand what specific offers you should promote in the niche that you're in, then you can make money online. You can make money as you can turn this into a career, for God's sakes. It doesn't just have to be a hobby, which is what most people kind of treat this like, which produces hobby-like results. So anyways, enough from me this morning. I'm happy to be back. I was here obviously on Monday. Matt did yesterday. I'm back today, and I'm going to be back with you guys here for the month of December. I took a week off just to bring little Samuel into the world. A legend was born on November 28th, 10 pounds, 3 ounces. I'll introduce you to him a little bit more in the future. As you guys know, sometimes my daughter joins me as a co-host when I'm home. I'm getting some peace right now, but don't be surprised if she runs out here and snatches up her 15 seconds of fame. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and now bring in my guest. This gentleman's all the way from Arizona, says he's up early to join us, talk about what he's doing in his business that's working, what he's learned from Legendary. With that being said, Len, are you there, my friend?
Yes, I am.
How's it going, brother?
Everything's great. Everything's great. Congratulations on the baby. That's awesome.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So tell us, man, what I've got a little bit of your background here because you gave us a little info when we invited you to come on the show, which thank you for being willing to come on and share your advice. I never minimize anybody's time, and I know so many people are excited when we reach out to him and invite them on, but also I want to tell you thank you for saying yes and being willing to share your advice and share your experience and share your journey with us. You've done a lot of things. It looks like you have been in the fitness industry. You've been you've had 9 businesses in 35 years, ranging from selling premium meats out of your car, fax lunch delivery services, restaurants, tanning salon franchise founder, boxing events promoter, fitness franchise founder, and now, as you say, affiliate marketing guy, and you happen to also have a master's degree. So what led you, my friend, to actually coming online? Because this affiliate marketing venture that you're getting into with Legendary Marketer, if I understand, is your first venture online. Correct me if I'm wrong, but tell us sort of what led you to coming online in the first place.
Well, with the fitness industry that I was in, we had hired an outside company to do all of our lead gen. So I was a little familiar with some of the things with online, but I never did it. I hired the company, they came through everything. So when all this craziness started in the beginning of 2020, I don't like to say lost, but I actually sold the business, and I built it for a long time. And I was looking for something that I didn't have to worry about the brick and mortar anymore. I mean, I did it for so many years with rent, with employees, with inventory, with just the whole gamut of expenses that come along with it. And, now being 55 years old, I said to myself, all right, do I have one more run in me to do another brick and mortar with everything going on right now, especially with, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know where the rent. You know what? I have to start looking online for something that will allow me to work remotely. If I want to move, if I want to travel, whatever it is I want to do, I want to be able to earn money on my laptop and, not have to worry about the added expenses.
Yeah. And I think that makes a lot of sense. And it's more powerful coming from you, who is and has been a brick and mortar business owner. I think it's real easy for those of us who have not been brick and mortar business owners. I've not been a brick and mortar business owner. I mean, I've done construction, but I've not had a physical building. I've not had a physical location. So it's it's the same thing like when I'm talking about, throwing college under the bus. I've actually didn't go to college. So it's not as powerful as some of our clients that come on who have gone to college, who share their experience. So you sharing your experience coming from that world's really powerful. And I think it's a big lesson for everybody to, to really be thinking, to be in reality about what the future looks like. We can hope and wish and pray all we want that things are going to go back to normal. But the truth of the matter is there's no signs, there's no evidence. We can hope and wish and pray. That's great. But there's no evidence right now that things are ever going to go back to how they were. So I think one of the great skill sets of a successful entrepreneur, and you clearly have it, that's where I'm going with this point, is being in reality with the situation that you're in, right? And having to make tough decisions. And with you, as you said, at 55, learning a new skill, getting comfortable doing something that's uncomfortable. So what led you to Legendary?
Well, once I decided to say, okay, look, I have to make a decision and pivot and figure out how I can make money. So like everybody, you start with Google and you start typing things in. And then I go to YouTube and you're looking at online business, successful online businesses. And then you watch. I spent 3-4 months just doing research on what I think I could do, what I think I could understand. You go back to college. College to me was something that I was actually young. I was 17 when I went to college as a freshman. What the hell do you know at 17 years old? You're like, yeah, man, I want to play sports and I want to meet girls and I want to party. That's college for me. That's what I did. So, it wasn't, I didn't go to be a doctor. I didn't go to be, somebody that had this, an accountant. I was a business major, man. I wanted to hang out. I wanted to have fun. But, getting back to what I was doing, and college is college, and you make that point. Look, if somebody says, I don't want to go to college, great. Learn a skill, learn a trade, learn something, educate. Where I'm going with this is I needed to educate myself at 55 years old on a whole entirely new industry. So I was looking for someone or some program that was actually going to take me step by step and say, Len, okay, here you are, you're a freshman, and now you got to learn the stuff. And if it takes you a year, it takes you 2, whatever it's going to take, you have to do it. So I was dedicated. I've always been that way, but I started going through and affiliate marketing. I knew a little bit about it. I used to see them on the bottom of every website, and I used to click on them and say, what is that? What is an affiliate thing? And I read up on them. I'm like, okay, I get it. You want to know how to do it. So I would type in Google, best affiliate marketing programs, best this, best that. Of course, you'd come up with 30 affiliates right there when you type that in. But Legendary kept coming up. And I started doing my research, and then I started looking at reviews. And look, you take reviews with a grain of salt sometimes, because you don't know who's giving that review anyway. It could be your competitor, it could be somebody who's serious. But once I started getting into it and looking at what Legendary could provide me, look, you gave me a plan. You gave me, say, Len, here it is. It's up to you, brother, to make it work. So, I knew that it was ultimately on my shoulders, but I needed something to teach me. And that's what Legendary, in my eyes, before I started, I said, okay, I want to tackle this. So I started just like everybody else with the $7 Business Builder Challenge. And then, the way I looked at things, I started clicking buy, and I started getting all the things. And I just read and I read and I read and I read. I just, you put your phone on do not disturb, you turn off all the distractions, and you dig in. And, being, not because I'm smarter than anybody else, but I have a lot of experience, both failures and successes. So what I have over somebody who's 25 who could be a genius is experience. You can't buy experience. So I knew that I needed a program. I was smart enough to know, look, I'm not tackling this on my own. I'm not going to lose money by spending money on ads and doing this and doing that. So that's how I approached Legendary, and I was all in. Once I did it, I'm like, you know what? I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn affiliate, but I also loved your program. So I wanted to be an affiliate of that. That's where, and I actually listened to Brian. That was my first person that I saw, Brian Brewer, and it resonated with me. He just did. I liked how he talked. I liked how he explained things, and that's when it all started.
So, well, awesome. And you just gave those of us who are younger than you, right? And those who are lacking the entrepreneur experience, and sort of what it takes, you just provided in that 5-minute mini masterclass what it takes to be successful with something. It takes to put your money where your mouth is. I get messages all the time, dude. I get, what am I going to need? Is there going to be an investment? People are so afraid to spend money as if what they have is all they're ever going to have. And so you put your money where your mouth is. You knew that if it's real, you're going to have to pay for it. There's nothing that's free in this world that's going to get you anywhere. You also talked about, and you touched on, the idea of ridiculous and ruthless focus. I mean, going as far as giving us specifics and putting your phone on do not disturb. That visual alone is so powerful. You gave us something specific that we can point at, because look, my phone's sitting right here. And you know what? It's the first most distracting thing in my life. The second most distracting thing in my life is my computer, because when I'm on it, I've got 50,000 screens open and shit's popping up all over the place. And so I've got the two things that help me to build my business are also the biggest curses in my business. So talk to us a little bit, give us some more mindset. By the way, we'll get to some of your results here in a second. If you guys don't think you should be listening to Len's taken ridiculous action. He's actually gotten on TikTok. He's actually got videos that have as many as 500,000 views on them, and he's doing 5 to 6 videos a day, and he's taking action and he's getting results. So this is not just theory. But I want to back up a second. Can you tell us a little bit more and school us a little bit more on these dynamics, not particularly the mechanics, because I think that you understand that learning where to click and these things are all, any monkey could teach you how to do that. But these dynamics, these entrepreneur principles that you're talking about, this focus, this discipline, how do we develop that, man? How can we avoid some of the mistakes that maybe you made early or that other people out there are making, so we can be more focused and get results faster?
if the people that are on here obviously are, they want to work for themselves. They want to be an entrepreneur. Now, for whatever reason, starting in college, I was selling spring break trips as a freshman to seniors to go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, because I wanted to go for free. So I had that entrepreneurial spirit in my mind, and you're looking to start. Everybody set and mindset. But if you're an entrepreneur, the first thing you need to understand is there is a risk in every single thing that you're going to do. It's just a risk. And if you're wishy-washy or you're too nervous and you're constantly going to be worried about losing money, it might be the wrong game for you. I mean, that's just the way it is. As an entrepreneur, look, I've lost money. I've lost a lot of money. I've also made a lot of money. And, the one thing that I try to always do is I go all in. I don't stick my toes in the water. I'm like, here I go. I'm jumping in this deep end, and I'm going to swim or I'm going to sink. But you know what? I'm going to give it 100%. I'm not going to give it 50%. I'm going to go in, just like Legendary. Look, I could have sat here and said, okay, I'm going to start the 15-day and do one day and then do something else, and then let me get back to Legendary. That's not how you make a successful business. You need to say to yourself, okay, here's what I do. And this is just how I do things. I have a book, and I write down in my book the night before I'm going to do everything. And here's my tasks. This is what we're going to do tomorrow, because you know what? I just had a full day. I'm going to write down my task. Then I get in and I say, okay, I'm going to wake up in the morning and I already have my list of things that I need to accomplish that day. So getting into the, back to the entrepreneurial mindset is, look, you got to jump in. You can't worry about, like you said, Dave, oh, how much is it? Am I going to make it? Everybody answers, how much am I going to make? Dude, I don't know how much you're going to make. It depends on how hard you're going to work. Who knew a 55-year-old guy was going to be out in his backyard doing TikTok videos and, jumping around, doing things and whatever I do in my videos? It's, did I want to do it? Well, not really. It wasn't something that I thought a year ago that I'd be doing. But I made it a mindset to say, I'm going to do this every single day. Whether or not I want to do it or I don't want to do it, I'm going to do it. Because why entrepreneurs fail, in my opinion, is they start giving up and they lose focus on what they started because maybe a distraction came in from the outside, like, oh, wait, maybe I'll try this, or hey, let me try this. Well, next thing you know, you got 7 things you're trying and none of them are working because you haven't focused in on the main objective. Is you started something, finish it. And look, everything's not going to work in life. There comes to a point where you have to say, all right, look, I gave this my all. I've already lost $3,000 or whatever the hell you invested in. I got to put an end to this because it's not really working. But that doesn't happen in a week. So you have to say to yourself, if it's a side gig that you're trying to do, or it's a full-time gig, you've got to go in it. When it's your time to sit down and go through this process, lock your door. I'm lucky. I live alone. This is a sanctuary, man. I don't have pets. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. This is great for me. This is like, if anybody wants to take I need a good week to just seclude. I'm in seclusion, man. This is good for me. But
yeah,
people that have children, people so if you're in that situation, you still need to lay the rules down. Say, hun, whoever, boyfriend, girlfriend, look, I'm going to be doing this for the next 3 hours. I can't be disturbed. That's it. After that, you want me to do whatever it is you want me to do, it's fine. But that mindset of an entrepreneur, Dave, is you really need to focus in, man. You just can't. Distractions are the number one cause, I feel, of entrepreneurs failing. They're just too distracted. Too many things going on.
Yeah. It is. There's a graveyard, and this is a Matt Hetzel training talk. He talks about the entrepreneur graveyard And on the tombstone of the majority of those grave sites, you could read the cause of death of those entrepreneur dreams is distraction. It is distraction. And it's distraction for a lot of different reasons. Some people get distracted. It's really I think it's rooted in fear, and it's rooted in lack of self-esteem. That's why I think that self-esteem is the bedrock of all success. Because if I don't believe that I can succeed, if I don't believe that the energy that I'm putting into something, I'm actually going to be able to produce a result, I'm always going to be looking for somebody else to be my savior. I'm always going to be looking for somebody else to be my guru. So when I come in to a program and I find a coach, right? Everybody wants to be a coach, and everybody's coaching nowadays, right? So and everybody's a guru online. And the problem is that when I'm looking outside of myself for that guru, then I get involved in a new program or a new business. I find my new savior. Now all of a sudden I am, you know what, that person's going to let me down, because there is no saviors walking on this earth right now. There's only other human beings, right? So when I get into that program and it's not what I've built it up to be, the miracle thing that's going to save me, and I realize it's just another person who's just, sharing what they know, maybe, right? Maybe they're sharing it. Maybe they're not even. Maybe it was just a setup. But either way, now I'm moving on. I'm looking for a new savior. I'm looking for something or someone outside of myself to be my savior. So I jump from program to training to webinar to guru to savior. And I never look inside myself and I say, I'm going to be the difference maker. I need to take responsibility for my success or my failure. I need to use more I statements. I, me, my. When I got clean from heroin in 2008, I was always you. I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even speak in the I, me, my terminology, because I was so used to putting all the responsibility on someone or something else. So even when I talked about myself, I would say, you really go through this process, and you think about what it used to feel like to get high, and then you just go and get high. And somebody looked at me and they said, no, Dave, I want you to take responsibility for the action and say, I think about something, and then I go and make the decision and get high. Right. And I had to start speaking in those I, me, my, and I challenge each one of you guys who are listening to pay attention to your self-talk, because the more that we fail to take responsibility, I fail to take responsibility, the more saviors that I'm going to be looking for outside of myself, and the more I'm going to get distracted. What comes up for you as I share this? Because I know this is right in line with your personality as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to go back to one story. I had a restaurant at 27 years old. I was able to find an investor. I built this restaurant up. It failed. I wasn't making enough money to keep the doors open. And, my partner at the time was an older gentleman who was loaded. And, he's like, Len, we're going to close these doors down because I can't keep putting money in. And to this day, he even asked me the day, he goes, Len, why do you think we failed? And I could have said, well, because of this. And you know what I said? It was me. I said, it was me. I didn't do a good enough job. And the word was, I was distracted. At 27 years old, I had an oceanfront restaurant. I had beautiful bartenders. I had waitresses. That distracted me from the goal of making money and being successful. So when people to this day, I go through interviews, and even when I had my fitness franchise, I would be interviewed on TV, and they would say, so then tell us about your story and your successes. I talk about my failures. I said, this is what happened. I said, and this is why I failed. I failed because of me. Okay, maybe a location wasn't good. Maybe this wasn't good. But if you look in the mirror, hold that mirror up, man. That's it. You got to look in that mirror and say, this is me. The guy gave me an opportunity to open a restaurant at that age. And I had everything set up. I had all the tools. I had everything ready to go, like legendary. You gave me the tools. You gave me the program. Now, guess who I have to pull that mirror up and say, all right, Len, you're going to do this. But it's not Dave's fault if I fail. It's not the tool's fault that I failed. It's me. I did something wrong. I was distracted, or I wasn't focused enough, and I had too much other noise outside coming in. So, when I look at everything, that's what I go back and say, okay, what did I do wrong and how can I make it better? So if you always look at your successes, all of a sudden you get a failure, and all of a sudden you don't know how to handle it. Wake up, what's going on? So be prepared for those. And I don't say losses, but be prepared for that. As an entrepreneur, it's never like this. Never, ever, ever. I don't care who you are. It's this as an entrepreneur. If you work in corporate America, my father, great career in pharmaceuticals. Here's what my dad did. He went up the ladder. As an entrepreneur, you don't have a ladder. You have a pool, and you got to swim in this pool, and you got to keep that head above water the whole time, because once you stop, there you go. You start sinking a little bit. You got to get back up again. So it's a fight, man. As an entrepreneur, you got to fight every single day to what you want to do.
Yep. So look, man, I want to just talk briefly about what I see you doing. I want to show everybody what you're doing. TikTok has been your sort of main traffic strategy. Is that
Yes.
right? Where you've sort of built your audience for the most part? Okay. So I want to go over here, and if I can, I want to share my screen. I want to go over to your TikTok profile. Can you see that, Len?
Not yet. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. It's not important that you see it, but I just want to make sure that it's showing for everybody else to see. So I want to point out a couple of things before I even ask you a single question, okay? Because one of the best ways that you guys are going to be able to learn from Len is to actually watch him. Now, I know that Len is doing affiliate marketing in the make money online space. He's obviously an affiliate of Legendaries, and he'll become an affiliate of many more make money online offers over his career. But I want you guys to understand that remember, if you're sitting here and you're deciding to work in the health niche, you're deciding to work in the relationship niche, or you want to work in a different niche, these principles apply. I just want to say that as a disclaimer up front, that the principles that Len is using, similarly to the principles that anybody that's being successful with their marketing is using, apply to any niche. It doesn't matter if you're helping people quit smoking. It doesn't matter if you're helping people make their pets be more well-behaved. It doesn't matter if you're helping brand new mothers like my wife figure out how to get their baby to sleep through the night. All these are niches, and all these, in terms of being successful, building an audience, and then being successful as an affiliate, or in any of the core 4 business models that we teach to sell information, to sell digital information, the most high profit, low overhead business model you can be in, they all follow these same principles. I want to point out a couple of things that I see that's going on that I believe are making you successful, and then I want to know what you think. First and foremost, I see familiarity here with your look, your brand. Remember, everybody, your brand is you, okay? Whoever the spokesperson for the business is the brand. I'm the brand here at Legendary in terms of just being the front man, the spokesperson, okay? Len is the brand for his business, okay? You, or maybe somebody that you've partnered with to be the spokesperson, or somebody who you've gone and got royalty-free images off of iStock Photo or something to be the spokesperson for your business. That's the brand, the face, not the logo, not the colors that you use on your landing page. The face, because humans identify with humans. And the reason why I wear the same thing every day, I've got a black hat on, black shirt, okay? Every day I got the same thing, is because that creates familiarity. When you become familiar, the look, the visual to somebody, you become comfortable. And human beings love comfort. They love the same. It's one of the reasons why we go to a restaurant, we order the same drink or the same dish over and over again. The same thing goes visually. And when I when I come across it, I'm scrolling through TikTok and I see, oh shit, here's that guy in that, what kind of a hat is that? What would you call that?
It's a boonie.
It's a booty. Okay, I see this dude here in the booty hat with the American flag, man. There's a patriot, right? Look, either way, regardless of what the symbolism is on the hat, doesn't matter. The look is the same. Every single video, the look is the same, right? Maybe a different color shirt, whatever, but always in the hat. And I even see him rotating the hat. He's got several of them. He's got a camo one right here. He's got a black one right here. But that hat has absolutely and totally and clearly, to me, right out of the gate, become a brand signal for you that will catch somebody's eye. So here's this dude who's jumping around, and one of the big principles that we want to make sure that we apply to our marketing is we want to break somebody's state, right? So they're scrolling. Think about the end user in every situation. They're scrolling. What do you want? Them to stop, break the trance. Well, here's this dang older gentleman who's jumping around in his backyard in the camo booty, right? And immediately now there's brand recognition. That's without even looking at any of your content, Len, that immediately stands out to me. Comment on that, or give us one or two pieces of advice that you feel has allowed you to have as much success as you've had with your content creation and your marketing.
Yeah, when I started, look, like everybody, a year ago, you hear TikTok and you see teenage kids jumping around, dancing, doing whatever they're doing. And that was the stigma of TikTok. But as TikTok started to get more traction, and then all of a sudden people were not noticing that, hey, this could be, with these views and everything else coming on, this could be something that could make money. And so what I did is I said, okay, just like business, whether it's my restaurants, whether it was a tanning salon, whether it was the boxing or my fitness studio, branding, you hit the nail on the head. And how am I going to brand an affiliate marketing business? Well, okay, I'm no Brad Pitt, man. You're not going to be like, look at that handsome guy. I knew that wasn't going to be my angle. So I said, what can I do? So I did my very first video in my pool with my hat on. And the very first video on TikTok was, look at this old, if you scroll down to my first video, you'll see, and it got like 40-something thousand views. And I said, look at this old dude on TikTok. I said, yeah, I know everybody's saying I should be on Facebook, but I'm not. I'm on TikTok. Blah, 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 blah. And next thing I know, it's views after views and comments after comments. And you have to have a little tough skin, man, on TikTok, because you're gonna have your haters out there saying, dude, put your shirt on. What do you think you're cool? What do you think you're the? Shut up. You know what? I don't even comment to that. I want to get in the whole thing. Like, look, buddy, why don't you bring your ass out here? You get to that point. That's just I'm from Philadelphia originally. I grew up in a blue collar town, so I don't like to take a lot of shit. But you got these young kids on here saying things that I'm like, all right. I'm not trying not to comment where I want to, because I'm like, look, this is a business, and you let that go away and you answer the comments that are important when they start asking about the business. So anyway, that was my thing. So I said, okay, people like this hat. Why would they click on me? Why I'm not I'm not here bodybuilding. I'm not here like, look at this 55-year-old bodybuilder. I'm just a dude. But this right here and this and the 7 other boonies that I have I said, this is it. This is my thing. So I went out and I had an artist draw up a cartoon character of me with the hat on. That's my profile pic. That's it. So there's the guy with the hat. And in every single video, some videos I take it off. But 99% of the videos of me with this hat on. And once they get on it, if I start giving them value in that 15 seconds, or curiosity in that 15 seconds, guess what? They're going to watch the next one. and then they're going to start commenting, and then I'm going to start engaging, and then I'm going to start sending them to my link. I mean, every single video I do, I make sure that my thing is go to my bio, click the link, and start. If you're not telling people what to do at the end of your videos, it's just another watch. It's just another flip. I want them to stay there. So, you know, I did my research. Look, I didn't come on. I'm not a TikTok sensation. I'm a TikTok businessman that analyzed how other people are getting their views. And you go for hashtags. Do they work? I don't know. I'm not an expert on algorithms for TikTok, but I can sure as hell look at someone's video and say, well, they just got 450,000 views in a day. This is the song they used. This is the hashtag they used. And what text did they use on their screen? And then I said, well, let me start messing with it. And some of my views get 700 and some of them get 350,000. But every day it's trial and error, man. It's not, everything's not going to work. And if you get yourself pissed off, like, shit, man, I only got like 9 views. Oh, well, you got 9 views. Wait 3 hours, do another video, change it up, change the music up, do something else, and see if that works. Keep trying until you start seeing an increase in views, an increase in engagement. And, you know, that's the ticket, in my opinion, with TikTok. Don't stay and just have your mindset on just, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Look, there's a lot of people out there that give really, really good content. A ton. A lot of legendary reps or affiliates do it. They have great content. I watch them. I'm like, this is great. And some of them get no views, 1 view, and they say, why? I get messages, Dave, all day long from legendary people. All day long on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, because it's linked into my bio, asking me, you know, this and that. And I could probably start a business of telling people what they're doing wrong, you know, and it's attention to detail sometimes also, where your words on TikTok are off the side. They're not centered. They don't have congruency, and they're just all over the place. And it's like, I'm like, dude, look at your page, man. I'm like, you watching what you do before you post this shit? I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, it's, you know, you got to look at it. So, I mean, that's, I guess, my take on TikTok. And you get a brand. If you're going to be that brand, be the brand. Don't be trying, you know, I get it. You want to try things to see if it works. But before you go into TikTok, try to put that in your head that, okay, here's my plan. We always talk, I listen to you a lot. You talk about a plan. Get a plan of what you're going to do. Don't just try to wing shit. Because when you wing shit, that's when you're all over the map. It's okay. I'm going to wear a Hawaiian shirt with a lei on every day. Or I'm going to, you know, whatever it is. I'm going to do something. I'm going to have my dog with me the whole time. Or I'm going to have something that people say, there's that guy with that bulldog. He looks awesome. And the bulldog's slobbering all over you. Or you have a cat and the cat's going to sit, you know, next to you the whole time. And whatever it is you're going to do, separate yourself. Be a little different without being like, I don't know. You look at there's annoying, there's different. So there's a lot of different things you can look at, but try to be yourself. Try to make a brand out of being unique. Be different.
Yeah, which speaks to the entertainment factor of marketing, right? A lot of times we get so let me say it like this. I want to let everybody in on a little secret, all right? And the secret is that some of my biggest successes. Now, this is even a little bit embarrassing, but it's a confession that I think will be helpful. Some of my biggest successes were accidents. They were just accidents, meaning that I did something that I didn't even mean to do or didn't even put an emphasis on. Sort of like maybe you wearing the hat. Like I don't know how intentional that was, but what my guess is that you just wear the hat because that's a thing that it's a hat that you have, you wear it, and then all of a sudden
I don't want to burn my head.
Right, exactly. And I'm balding a little bit too, so I totally get it, dude. And I'm starting to get crap. I got 2 spots I got cut off on my back yesterday, so I get it. You got to protect the dome, and now all of a sudden you notice people. They're commenting on something that is like, I didn't even think of that. They like that, right? Right. It's like this hat right here says "fuck average, be legendary." This was not something that was like this big intentional branding strategy. It was just something that I did because I take a lot of action. I do a lot of things. And somebody commented, "You're like an artist." A great entrepreneur, a great marketer is like an artist. What I mean by that is an artist is always painting. An artist is always painting. And yeah, an artist might be famous for one painting that they did, but you don't see the other 100,000 paintings that they've done that led them to that one that made them the Michelangelo. You know what I mean? The one that they're famous for. So what I'm saying, which is just simply piggybacking on what Len was just talking about so brilliantly, is that there's an element of throwing spaghetti at the wall and figuring out what sticks, right? And I'd like you guys to balance your planning with not allowing that to paralyze you. Plan without paralyzation. And the biggest thing that I've taken away in my sort of planning is systematize, right? Take lots of action, figure out what works, and then create a system so you can then plan your week to make sure that you've got time to do the things that you need to do every single day, regardless of what else is going on in your world. And these pieces are going to, the reason why I like the artist comment in that, and that was somebody who commented here in the comments, I'm watching them scroll by, Len, is because Len, you're an artist. You're an artist. You're not afraid to pick up the paintbrush. You're not afraid to paint with different colors. You're not afraid to even take the criticism when somebody says that painting looks like shit or whatever. I don't like that. That doesn't inspire me, or what's up with the old dude in the backyard. People have opinions, right? But the artist never stops painting, man. The artist never stops painting. And if something is successful, then the artist does more of that. Oh, wow, I've become famous for my portraits, AKA I've become famous for my hat. Let me paint more portraits. Let me do more videos in the hat and see if I can create some brand recognition. So you guys have to allow yourself to create this art, man. Allow yourself to be an artist, to go in to do some silly shit, to let your true personality come out. I bet your best videos, Len, are the ones to where you let your personality come out. You let that Philly, you let that blue collar, you let that, it's not where you're holding in, it's where you're letting go, right? Am I right?
Yeah. It's just you shoot from, it's just, you nailed it. When you say you use your personality, you don't want to really be an actor, because you know what? Eventually that's going to come out and it's going to be shown somehow, some way. Be yourself, man. Just, everybody has something genuine about themselves. Everybody does. So, you hit the nail on the head. It's you, especially with TikTok. I mean, I'm using it because it's free and it's getting phenomenal results. And do you think that how many, and I hate using the word old, I think I'm older, that I'm outside putting my tripod up on a stand, standing, in my backyard with a song playing in my ear, trying to point to things to the beat of the music, because that's what TikTok likes to see, is movement and algorithms. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Let me bring back to my 1980s, dance party and get the moves going on with rap, with country, whatever it's trending on TikTok. And you just got to make it happen, man. You can't be embarrassed. I use the word, I don't like to say cocky, but I say confident. And that's what I do, man. I'm like, All right, F everybody. I don't give a shit what you think about me. If I can put some money in my bank account by doing something legally and not having to worry about the repercussions, look, I'll go out back and do what I got to do. I'll sit there and punch. I'm punching the screen last night. I'm throwing 14 punches at the screen, to the beat of the music because I was in boxing for so many years. I'm like, all right, well, I can throw some punches. So, I mean, you just got to open up that mind, man, and just get a little cocky, get a little confident, and do your thing. If you're wishy-washy, like, oh, I don't like to talk on the computer. I don't like to talk on doing a YouTube video. I don't like to talk on TikTok or show my face. Why not? Why don't you show your face? Get used to it. If this is what business you decided to go in, suck it up. Stop being a sissy. Get in front of the screen and do your thing. That's it. And do it day after day after day. And you know what? You'll forget about that. Then it just becomes secondary. Now, hey, I'm a TikTok guy, man. I'm making TikTok videos every day. That's my job. All right. I can do it. It's going to put money in my bank account. I'm doing it.
My brother, we're going to leave it right there. You got to go back and read some of these comments, man. Yeah, they're great. All right, guys, that is Len. And how do you pronounce your last name, Len?
Hayco.
Len Hayco, my brother. I'm glad we connected and got to chat today. You guys can go and follow Len. We've had his handle up here on TikTok. There it is, right there. Len Hayco, my brother. Thanks for coming on. We're gonna have you back, man.
All right, if you're willing.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thanks.
man.
All
Have
right.
fun. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon.
See you.
All right, guys. Man, that was a masterclass. I'm fired up. I'm gonna go in there and my kids are gonna be like, what'd you just do out there in the garage, Dad? All right, guys. Get in there. Go through the challenge. Damn it, if you're sitting on the sidelines, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get in. Go through the challenge. Put your money where your mouth is. Get some skin in the game. Get accountable to a community and some people, and get accountable to yourself. And then just tune in every day. Come to our masterminds. We've got a mastermind that's coming up in January. It's going to be a full day mastermind. Then we're going to be back to doing our live masterminds in 2021. That's happening. I'm putting it into the future. 2021. Get into our blueprints. I'm sitting here, even on my, I guess it's not a maternity, it's a paternity break. I'm upgrading and adding to our business blueprints. You're going to get all that for free, right? If you guys are Blueprints members, you get all those upgrades for free, all those additions for free. Get inside of Legendary Marketer. Take a leap, not of faith, but of evidence. All this evidence that we have each and every day, people coming on here, take a leap from evidence and know that you can do this too. Len's story was powerful. I want to thank him again today. Go follow that dude. He's awesome. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Wake up.